friends. Thanks for joining me on Life in Stereo and Surround. I think this is a very special video. I want to invite you to go on a trip around the world with me. Together, let's discover every culture around the globe that has a recording industry, and from each one, somehow try to determine an excellent example record and find it, listen to it, review it, and maybe give like some kind of a cultural report of some kind, like the context around the record. I could see that going either amazingly, wonderfully, or just horribly. Like, it could turn into like episodes of The Idiot Abroad. But I think it could just be an amazing experience. Definitely for me, and hopefully for you. Lately, I have been just wondering more and more, what music am I missing from around the world? Given that I live in the United States of America, I predominantly listen to, what I think of as Western music. Labels that have resources in the United States or maybe in Britain. I listen to a lot of stuff out of Germany and some Denmark and some Netherlands. And I also happen to listen to some stuff that, has been produced in other countries as well. But I'm just kind of stating like where my collection, has dominated. And I've lately become like very, very interested in trying to find and hear authentic music from around the globe. And, it could be a bit of a struggle to try to determine like, what's the best example to go for. Take United States of America, for example. There must have been millions of records produced here by now. And like, what's one record that, like, let's say that somebody from another country was asking the same question, somebody from Uzbekistan would wonder, like, what's an amazing American record? And what if they asked me? And I had to just give one answer. I think a strong argument could be made for Jimi Hendrix. You've got black, white, and Native American blood coursing through this group, for one thing. You also have like a watershed moment in music where, basically this is, planting the seeds of heavy metal, but there's also like, blues, which is a very pure American musical art form, and hard rock and some jazzy stuff. So, a strong argument could be made for this. Like, when we sent Voyager out into the universe, and I think Chuck Berry was selected to represent the music of either the Western world, or I think there were other musical examples on there. But anyway, it was a huge honor. But, for every Chuck Berry, that's American rock and roll, and there's just thousands, if not millions of examples. So, that was an honor indeed. But how was he chosen? And was it the greatest choice? Okay, now, assuming this goes well at all, just trying to find a really, really awesome record from every culture, the search could be expanded to, say, trying to find, the most excellent example from every genre around the world. So there you go. That could become a much deeper, much more obsessive, and much longer search. But, does it sound like fun? It does to me. So if it does to you, then I invite you to come along. Now, what's your job? Your job is to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, share videos, leave comments and all the stuff, that normally helps YouTube channels. But also, in your comments, please feel free to leave recommendations for an album that may be the best from a certain area. And you could look at it either culturally or geographically, or maybe, kind of a combination of the two to determine, like, just, a unique thing. If you happen to be from somewhere that has, what you feel is really compelling, original local music, and you want to send me a record, or just open a dialogue about, what you think is, really special, that would be totally cool. I hope that this project sounds exciting to everyone. I just am really actually pretty stoked about it. I have some Japanese music and some Korean music and just, a little bit of this and a little bit of that from sort of all over, but not really. There are hundreds of countries in this world. And in fact, you know what? I got this idea because I play Wordle every day. Not Wordle, where you try to guess the 5 letters, but Wordle. You try to guess a country by its outline, and then it tells you how wrong you are, and so then you have to go 6,000 kilometers to the northwest or what have you. If you do correctly guess the country, then you're given a chance to guess a lot of its neighbors. And then if you get that, you are allowed to guess the capital city. And then if you get that, you are allowed to guess the correct flag. And I just love Wordle. It kind of gets me thinking about the world every morning when I wake up. And it's helped reinforce in me the belief, in being cosmopolitan as much as possible, being a member of the world. And, that's what Life in Surround has really always been about, is sharing joy and, taking what could be a lonely hobby, like sitting and listening to music, but just sharing it. And when we share enjoyment, we share joy. And, in many cases, I have friends now from all over the world, and I am just beside myself about that. That's just an incredible, incredible fortune. And I am really, really grateful for all of you, any of you watching who are international friends and from other, parts of the country or from a few counties over or whatever. I really, really do appreciate all of the connection that this channel brings. I am just so stoked about this. I'm looking forward to your help, either recommendations, donation records, information about your region. And I just really am just fascinated. I am just so curious to see where this leads. It's my mission to have heard at least one awesome record from everywhere in the world. And with your help, I know it can be done. And I just couldn't be more thrilled. So let's do this.